Hey, fellow M500 peeps. My name is Jordan Bessel, and I'm currently pursuing an MSED to teach secondary education in the School of Ed. I'm also seeking licensure through the Transition to Teaching program with y'all. I'd like to say, as Henry VIII once did to Anne Boleyn, I won't be keeping you long. Apart from that corny joke, first thing I'd like to say about myself is that my hair is not normally this long. I don't usually have a beard. The reason I look like a barbarian getting ready to sack the gates of Rome is because this is a very much COVID-inspired kind of look. By way of introducing ourselves through a favorite poem, probably close to my favorite poem is Gerard Manley Hopkins' God's Grandeur, and it goes like this. The world is charged with the grandeur of God. It will flame out like shining from shook foil. It gathers to a greatness like the ooze of oil crushed. Why do men then now not reck his rod? Generations have trod, and all is seared with trade, bleared, smeared with toil, and wears man's smudge and shares man's smell. The soil is bare now, nor can foot feel being shod. And yet for all this, nature is never spent. There lives the dearest freshness deep down things. And though the last lights off the black west went, O morning, at the brown brain eastward springs, because the Holy Ghost over the bent world broods with warm breast and with bright wings. And so there are a couple things I like about that poem. The first is the meter that Hopkins uses to versify. He kind of invented it. He called it sprung rhythm, and I just think it's really neat. But I also like the message of the poem, which is that there is a beauty and innocence in nature which is invulnerable to all the drama, tragedy, meanness and cruelty in human affairs, and can be for us a source of constant renewal. And what's not to like about that? So, a little about myself. I, prior to this, was an advisor in the biology department. I loved interfacing with the students, worked with great people. The administrative red tape side of it, not so much my cup of tea. So I'm hoping that in transitioning to teaching, I will be doing something, teaching more directly, interacting with students, imparting knowledge, and I think that's more my calling. So I hope to teach Latin and English at the secondary, at the high school level. And what else? Let's see, prior to being an advisor, I was a novice out at the Benedictine Monastery of Christ in the Desert in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Very beautiful way of life, very different way of life. And I still remember being in the novitiate classroom and being told by our novice master, Brother Leander, a very stately, venerable Englishman, he said, well, brothers, as a monk, there are 4 stages of learning. 4 stages when you study. There's lectio, ruminatio, meditatio, and I firmly believe it, brothers, if you're persistent in your study, God will give you the gift of contemplatio, immediate vision. And Brother Leander is a sweet, sweet elderly Englishman with warmth and wit. And I hope to be able, even though I'm not English, hope to be able to impart some of that warmth and wit to my classroom. So great to be here with you guys. Wish we could do this in person, but I've really enjoyed our conversation so far online and look forward to doing more of that. See you later.